Hello and welcome everyone, I'm C.S.Gilmore and this is Satisfactory. Now, this is a different save than my previous game's recording. Years ago I did some videos of Satisfactory. I think I got a little behind from where I am currently. If I remember right, it was a while back. Those saves are gone, lost probably with my old computer. I don't know exactly, but either way, I don't have access to it. So, I love this look, by the way. Right now, we are working on getting phase 2 of the space elevator done. I've gotten all of these parts done. I'm working on the versatile framework, and I've just started production of the automated wiring. I started in this area because it was one I hadn't really started in before, and I wanted to try something different. And it was interesting because it was like, this area is difficult. Like, it was saying this area was hard, if I remember correctly, and yet, like, I started in the area, looked around, and there was this area, and I found a copper area, a bunch of iron, more iron over that way, some limestone, and I found other resources not that far away, really. My map is, I still have a lot of exploring to do, but, like, I know where there's geysers, I know where there's oil, I know where there's uranium. I have not gotten to be able to even go, I can't even go near uranium without dying right now. I can go into poison gas. I do have a gas mask, that's our deal. I can make explosives. But we have a lot of exploring to do. Over there is my coal production. And yeah, this is my main base. I've got the space elevator. As you can see, it is a giant mess of all sorts of things all scattered all over, producing a bit of everything. I really should make more foundries and make more steel stuff, but right now I've only got one working on things. I've got iron stuff all over the place, making, well, bits of everything. Oh, that's where that went. Okay. Trying to remember where everything is now is kind of difficult. At one point, I keep thinking I really should just take this place apart and remake it and make it look nicer, but that is a very daunting task to consider, so I have not done it. But we've been working on a lot of stuff. Take some more of those, and some more of... Actually, I do need to grab some more of a thing up here. Character-wise, I have unlocked a lot of research. I've got a parachute, I've got these to help me run faster, gas mask, inhalers for healing, all sorts of stuff. I've been very, very busy. There's apparently a Mercer sphere right around here, but I haven't figured out how to get to it. I think it's just underground here, and I have not found a cave entrance, so I suspect it's a glitch one. Unless I've completely lost some track of something important. I don't know. Whatever the case is, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a thing there that I could get to if I found the right way, but I don't know what that way is. Alright, gonna grab those, and we are going to go zoom on down to this around here, just so I can show you around. Yeah, I'm gonna keep playing this with my kids, because my kids have been really enjoying it. But I wanted to do a quick episode on it, just to kind of show what's been done, how it works. This is my earlier energy production. As you can see, I set it up so there's one of these making these out of biomass. I just break stuff into biomass. I toss it in this container, and then it feeds into that. I don't really need any more right now. I have a lot built up, so I have biofuel for days. And I've got coal coming in from the coal deposit all the way over here, go to the foundry, so I could have it near the iron without any complications. There's a lot of these I have hooked up to mines, but then I also have my recent thing, just when I haven't felt like going through the whole hassle of trying to reconnect a mine system to be more efficient, is I just put out a couple containers like this, and I'll just throw the things in that I need. So, like, here I need to toss in, I believe it was iron pipe, iron rods? Yeah. So I'll just go iron rod, boom, boom. Apparently I need to put more in here than I thought. And then I'll put these in here. And then this will work on this. I've been collecting slugs everywhere I can get them to create batteries for tons of things. And then I'll just have the output go to another one of these so I can store them. Or I'll have them go to another project to work on other things. Like these, I just put this together to make these, the statures, which can then go into here, and then they feed through that. That's just if there's overflow of them. But then I've got another one of these I've just got these cables in, and those are feeding into here to make the automated wiring. And I need to get batteries for this still. It's just work in progress. But, man, I have been so busy working on so many projects around all over the place, and it has been a little crazy. But this is one of the big things I did during my break away from recording. Was I was just playing this with my kids, or even just on my free time, alone playing it. I've got working on a bunch of this stuff, which is good because I need a lot of it. I've got piping here. I really should improve. Like I said, I really need to improve on certain areas, but it's just been a super daunting task to clean it all up. Is there anything else I wanted to show you guys here? That's all there. That's all there. As you can see, some of these things have been more recent additions, and so as new things have gotten unlocked or as the new things are needed, and so some of my conveyor belts are very spaghetti. All over the place. Not pretty looking. But it is what it is, and you know what? It works. Oh yeah, I've got rotors over here getting made. Do I have rotors in my right now? I've got 40, that's enough for now. I've been burning through a lot of things there. Just gonna grab those for a little extra in my inventory, in case I need them for certain constructions. And I've got you see that giant box over there? That's where you can make blueprints. I'll just show you that in a minute. Here. And yeah, put those both in there. Sort inventory out. Happy with that. Okay. That's all being done there. That's being done there. I'm still making more of these, even though I don't really need them right now for anything particular. I still wanted to keep going with that. And yeah, so this is a Blueprints Designer MK1. I suggest there's going to be MK2s later. I don't know how that would work. But basically, you build something on this grid. And then you can save that design as a blueprint and load it up. And so, like, Max Construct is just my basic. I've got a smelter, which I would then connect to the mine. It then breaks down into 3 constructors, and then I could break it down from there, but I couldn't fit anything else on this grid, so it is what it is. The other blueprint is actually one I needed to destroy, but I don't remember how to do that right at the moment, so yeah, let me just take all that back. I do love that it uses the resources to build them on the designer, but then you can just break it down afterwards and get the materials back. It's a cool design, I will say that. Yeah, and so like when if I'm going out here, I can just go, I want to build something, I can go to blueprints. I could pick this one. This was an initial design. I need to change it up. It's kind of good, but also kind of bad. Is there a way to just delete this? Edit? This one. Okay. I don't see a way to destroy a blueprint after you made it. I really should organize it more. Either way. we're moving on. Once again, just like in the past, I still use foundations as a general. Here, I need a bridge here. I need to get up somewhere high. Cool, make a construction up to that. This area's got some really cool, like, these kind of seem like trees, but they're also kind of like ribs at times. But I've seen some of them which are cracked open and they look like they have chains in them, which is funky. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I won't be able to utilize oil or geysers until I get more advanced tech, which I have to get this elevator built first. So a lot of this is just the waiting game of getting that all done. Getting everything constructed, moving on with that. One thing at a time. Alright. I also found that it's actually easier to move around with, like, you can move pretty quick in a lot of different ways in this game. Make sure I've got that. I need to make more explosives soon. I'm getting low. I've currently got stun bolts equipped, which are essentially, they do a little less damage than a standard bolt. Standard bolt does 2 damage. These do 1 damage, but if you hit something with it, it stuns it for like 5 seconds. Which, in a lot of ways, works out better because then I can just come in and wail on it with this thing here that I made. Yeah. Found a bunch of mushroom stuff over here, so this is where I initially got the things I needed to make a lot of my materials. Hi there. Yeah. I'm just being careless. Alright, you're dead. Good. Then I've got these here. This is my main power generator area outside of the biopool. Once again, this is a giant spaghetti mess because I started off initially with like 2 of these, each one hooked up to its own water pump and coal mine, and then I was like, I can go faster. I can do better than this. And so a lot of things got done. Alright, as you can see, this does not work out ideally. I am low on fuel. So something's not quite working right for what I need there. That was part of my... this was a very recent addition with some of these. Yeah, I had this one, and that was the new addition. I had these 2 as my initial builds, and then I recently hooked up these. This was my first experiment in hooking up 3 of these to 1 water pump and 1 mine. Right now, I can say that it works with the water pump. It does not appear to work with the mine. That's because this mine is slow. I have not added batteries to this mine. So I need to get batteries in this mine, because this mine is not fast enough to supply what I need. Alright, so that's one thing to work on at a time. I've got a lot of things working. That's there. I don't have any batteries in there. Yeah, so I gotta get more batteries to upgrade that one mine with, so it goes faster. But otherwise, my power production and capacity is extremely high right now. Production's a bit low because of those ones malfunctioning because they don't have enough coal. But capacity is really nice, and we're still above what we need, so we're good. I just gotta go find some slugs. Once again, I love the general, well, everything about this game's look. I don't need Katirum, I've got that up above. Actually, I've got that up this way. I should go up there just so I can get a better view and go do some quick slug hunting. And man, there's just so much in this game that is so awesome. This is version 1.1, by the way. I think back when I played it, I think it was still in early access. Like back when I played it and recorded previously, and we'd find alien artifacts and it'd be like, this doesn't have a use right now in its description. I've got an untapped iron source right here. I really should put that to use along with some of the coal down there to make another foundry and make more steel. One thing at a time, though. This has actually been going for a while. Once again, sometimes I'll just do things like this. I've also got a sulfur area which I've done this. I just hooked up a bunch of containers and I just set it to work. And then I left it alone and let it just fill up the containers. So this one's got just Qatar bricks. This one's got wiring down here. And this one's got wiring it. I don't think I even need all of these. I'm pretty sure most of this is excessive. But I've got them. Because I could. So yeah, I should probably work on steel production improvements. Oh man, look at this. I love the whole look of this place. Alright, that's a big guy over there. If I go over there, I'm gonna have to build up into those trees in order to get those slugs. I kind of should anyway because I've been meaning to, but I've also had to be careful about this whole area because there's been a lot of... We're getting close to where there's uranium and other things that will murder me. So, yeah, there's a radioactive, I think, hog. It looks like a dinosaur, but there's a radioactive hog over there. So some of the enemies have weird traits even, and I am not built for handling that right now. 7, we're just gonna... Let's go try to go up a tree and see what it looks like. Because I've never actually gone up into one of these trees before, and I'm curious what the view's gonna be. I forgot to grab cement. I have been so busy working on so many projects, I forgot to grab cement. Well, that's the thing. I will have to get back to my main base for that, because I have 2 cement extractors, but they're both in the central base area. Oh well, I can kind of look around at the surroundings as we go, see if there's anything I missed in some of these other areas. This is one of the reasons I like the parachute, is because I can just glide along through some of these areas. And I do find it funny, because I can move, and this is my normal walk speed. Like, just moving, gliding, and then if I run, if I press shift, I go faster, even while I'm in the air. I should make more, grab some of those, so I can make more inhalers for healing purposes. Some of these areas I haven't even bothered destroying some of the stink stuff, because it's just, like, not worth the explosives. It's really funny going around, and I'll sometimes run into areas where I'm like, I know this place from where I played before and started off in the desert. I haven't quite found the original desert starting point yet. I think I've gone in the wrong directions for it, because if I remember right, it's up to this area somewhere, but I've kind of gone along the edges of it. And I've gone through some definite areas where I've been like, I was here before. I have seen this place. I know what's here. Also, I bought this from the ticket shop and built it. Isn't it adorable? It's a teeny little cart. And it doesn't work great, and it's too small to really work with. I wonder if it has an inventory spot. It has a single inventory spot. Research-wise, I've been super busy. I've done a bunch of hard drive stuff just for some weird recipes. Alien megafauna, I've got a few things to finish up. Technically, I could finish both of these, because I have the materials, or the ability to make the materials. Alien technology, I have not yet found any SAMs. But I found the Mercer spheres and the Somer sloops, and it's been interesting hearing the alien communications, and then having the Ada, our AI guidance assistant or whatever, talk to the aliens a bit now. I've gotten far enough in collecting that they've kind of started opening communications there. High-speed connector. I don't know how to get plastic yet. That's on the list of things I still need to unlock. But I've found some plastic here and there, so we've kind of made it work. I've unlocked most of this. I've completed all the nutrients stuff, which lets me make some things. power slugs. I have not been able to make synthetic power shards yet, because I don't even know what that one item is in the middle there. I haven't unlocked the buggy or the explorer here. Kind of tempted to try that, but my current location isn't conducive to vehicles because it's such a giant mess. Yeah, there are so many fun things here. So, which I don't even know what it does. Turbo fuel, explosive rebar. I really kind of want to get that one at some point, just because I suspect it does extra damage. And a rifle. Once again, I need to focus my production on things. Like, I don't have anything making motors right now, and I really should. But one thing at a time. Or, well, okay, not really one thing at a time. I've got so many things going at a time. And one thing is hardly a really even act. That's making that, which goes over there, which gets to here. There we go. Now I'm full up on those with enough of those to work with. And I've got plenty of plates. Alright, now we're good and supplied to be able to keep making our bridge up into the tree line. Or the canopy, as it were. Oh man, I love the look of some of this stuff. And, like, the design work on this game is great. I will say, version 1.1 and a game this big, you're still going to run into the occasional glitch. Like I said, there's a Mercer sphere back near my base. I can hear it talk sometimes. And I have searched all over for a cave entrance, can't find it. Best I can figure is either I am completely missing some little teeny cave entrance somewhere, or it's glitched into the ground. And, well, good luck there. We're not getting out of it. This way will be faster towards my target. So you still get the occasional glitch like that. I've also had a few instances where enemies will, like, phase into something a bit, and then it makes fighting them complicated. But sometimes it also makes avoiding them easier if they glitch out of existence somewhat. I've had at least one area I found where, if you're not careful, you can fall into a little crevice that you cannot get out of. Unless I've missed some creative way of pathfinding my way out of a tiny hole in the ground that you can get stuck in. But that's only happened like once, so it's not really something I need to worry about. And all in all, this game, it really cooks my laptop up temp-wise, but it runs really well otherwise. Okay, we are... yeah, let's go one. Alright, then swap to this. Get a bit closer before we worry about going up again. Yeah, that should do it. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, little yellow snail. Alright. I love how I can just build that right there like that, and then, alright, I'm on the tree. Hi there. That didn't bother you at all. You're coming with me? Not snail, slug. Snails have shells, slugs do not. Alright, we are in a tree. We are in a giant, crazy-sized tree, and I love that. I love this is a thing that is possible. Alright, we got giant mushrooms all over, so if I got my chainsaw, I could get a bunch of mycelia. I don't really need that, though. I've got enough fabric for the time being to last me quite a while. Downside of this being in this tree, I can't see out of the tree very well because unless I'm looking off the ledges down below, just because it's so thick in here. It's all the leaves. Which is a cool, once again, cool design touch. They didn't have to do it, but they did. Alright. You know what? We are going to grab this. Also, I love that we can still do the floating in space foundations, because that should not be possible, but a lot of this isn't. So, suspension of disbelief, move on with life. There we go, now we can have a nice view. Got those little critters. I have not figured out how to tame those yet. I know it's a thing. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Sometimes I like just look at it and going, ooh, there's something weird and new over in that direction. Alright, I see a blue slug, blue slug, blue slug. There's a giant pile of blue slugs in that tree. I don't think there's any other yellow slugs in this tree. Could be wrong. It's always hard to tell because the things are annoyingly hard to see sometimes, unless you're looking at the right angle. Not always. Sometimes they're very obvious, but with how thick the view can get, sometimes you just can't see anything. Alright, now we're going to build this here, and head towards that tree, and this one. Oh, there's a buttload of blue snails. Oh, that's good. The blue snails you don't get a lot out of. You get a single battery out of each one. That there. And there we go. Hi there. Sorry, I'm gonna have to turn into a battery later. Or power cell. What do they call them? I call them batteries. They're basically batteries. Alright, and also I love how the parachute causes you to kind of slide up certain slopes. It actually makes traversing a lot easier at times. But it can be a little annoying if you accidentally just are trying to get down from a ledge and you want to go faster. I haven't found a way to just drop. I'm not sure if it's just a button press that I'm missing. But it's not a huge deal. It doesn't happen too often. Okay, we got all that. We got all that. I'm pretty sure there's another one somewhere up above. Like, there. Look at that. I just zipped right up that tree ledge I should not have been able to climb. And that's because parachute. Because the parachute felt like it. Alright, I don't see anything else right up here. And we're good enough with what we want. Oh, man, love the views. So many picturesque scenes. I could make thumbnails. In fact, I'll use a thumbnail probably that from something I just stumbled across in my exploration at one point, finding a Mercer sphere in a cave that was hidden partially, almost hidden in water. And oh, it looked so cool. So I just took a little clip of it to turn into a thumbnail, which I'll probably use for this video, even though that scene itself isn't in this video. Once again, I love also this design of I can just go and explore. And yeah, there's combat in this game. You can die horribly if you're not careful. Some of the critters around here will murder you, and also so will a lot of the just natural hazards. I don't think there's any slugs in this tree, or if there is, they're hiding real well. There's a yellow slug down there, and what is that? Hold on. That, I suspect, is some very, very powerful critters that I do not want to deal with. That's one of the nests that spits out bugs, but I've never seen one that glows. But that's right next to a radioactive dinosaur, so it's probably like level, what is that, level 3 or 4 as far as the critters go. I'm pretty sure it's going to murder the ever-living daylights out of me. But we just saved, so let's go take a look. For science! Alright. Where's my explosives? That up. Yeah, that is what it is. Okay. Hi, guys. I'm gonna take horrible abuse of this fact that I have the aerial advantage. Alright. You guys are still alive. That is terrifying. You guys should definitely not be so alive. Alright, I need to retreat and heal. Oh, there is radiation junk all over the place. Alright, we are not happy with this. How tough are you? Okay, that it died. Heal up. Please hurry. Thank you. Okay. Whoa, okay. Hi there. I see you nuking me. Please stop that. We are going to go up here now. Out of your reach. Okay. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Abusing the... Ow. Darn radiation. Man, that radiation is killer. I was abusing my reach. First, I'm going to just toss some of these in here for snackage without having to use a nice big inhaler. Alright. Now, back to that. Now, where did Dino go? Here, Piggy. Here, Hoggy. There you are. Okay. We are going to spam this. You just ate that. Oh, shoot. That did not work. Would you die already? Oh, I'm stuck on something. That is not good for me. That is very bad for me, in fact. Okay, this thing is just killing me by existing because it's radioactive. How many shots can you take, my man? I've never killed one of these things, so this is fun. In its own way. Oh, I missed. We are running now. Okay, then we're going back to shooting. Where are you? I know you're here, because I feel you cooking me through sheer existence. You frozen. I would like this guy to die. How strong is it? I'm gonna run out of ammo before it dies. I've never killed one of these things for a reason, apparently. Oh, did it die or is it just stunned? I don't trust it. I think it actually is dead. Okay. Well, we are going to heal and keep this healer ready so I can get close enough to check this. Nope, I don't see anything I can grab from it. That's weird. First the sphere.
Your mimic tapestry grows in the shallows and the clouds, but not through the windows. What is your root?
I have no roots, nor do I operate on windows, but perhaps you mean something akin to the human saying, my point of origin is Earth, I was created by specific individuals of the human race.
Incompatible music.
Did I say something wrong, or did you not understand?
You cannot be shallow deep. The ripples you cast into the void have no skin.
It seems I may have said something paradoxical. Interesting.
So, yeah. Alien communications. Oh good, it is dead, and it disappeared. And it dropped 7 hog remains. That was not worth it in the slightest. Other than the fact that say I know I can now kill those things, but they took how much of my ammo? Several explosives, most of my explosives. I need to get more explosives. and probably like half of my stun ammo. Man, that is insane. The amount of it just ate my stuff. Like, ah. All right, let's get some mushrooms. Just so I have some of that. Good. All right, how's my inventory look? Looking good. I'm gonna save actually. After going through that mess, I feel like that was worth saving. All right, let's see here. Where can I look around that won't murder me quite so fast? Hopefully. Oh, there's a purple slug up in that tree. Purple slugs are the most powerful of the slugs. Let's reload this just so it's ready to go. And we are going to be very careful as we explore, because apparently this is a high-level area with things that I am not built to handle currently. And that would be... yeah, there's uranium. I cannot go there. I cannot hit that stuff. It'll kill me. And that is a giant spider monster. Not cool. But you have killed someone before. I'm far more confident in being able to kill you. You guys are way more fragile than the others. Admittedly, I don't think that was a special spidery stinger one. I think they're called stingers, if I remember right. But that one looks special. That one looks like it'll murder me. Come on, let's get your little ones. Yeah, you come here. Yeah, you're awful. I know. You're horrible. So that's the guy who's murdering you. Well, we just saved, so why not? Why shouldn't I pick a fight with the giant bug monster and see if I can kill it? What are you? I don't know what you are. I have never seen one of you. You look really cool, though. Oh, good, you have a poison cloud attack. Too bad for you, I'm armed for that. Haha. Come here. Yeah, you are way easier than that radioactive hog. Maybe the hog will be as easy later once I get the defense against it. What are you? You're so cool looking. You're like the... Are you like the weird bouncy ticks? No, I can't bounce on you, it seems. What are you? You're not hostile though, so I'm not going to mess with you right now. There's another Mercer sphere, but it is surrounded by way too much radiation for me to consider. Alright, let me grab this one here, because I'm going to need it to replenish supplies. Ooh, giant... I don't know what those are. Those look nifty. Some of these things all just look different, but they don't actually give a new supplies, so that can be a slight disappointment. Like this here, probably will just give me wood, right? Leaves and wood, yeah. Okay. Oh, I should heal. There we go. But I do like that they tend to hide little secrets in nooks and crannies sometimes in this game. So it's worth poking around some. Where are we on the map, by the way? I am going off in directions I have not gone before. I should be very careful about that, because this could get me into some major trouble where I have to run back through the map while screaming about being murdered. Well, I see a Mercer sphere over there. I see a nest. There's probably more than one. And I see a breakable wall. Let's take a look. La, 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 la. Aha, you broke. Okay, there's another one. Alright. Seemed too easy. Is there a third? No? Yes.
Your waves lap at our shores.
When will you land?
This is why I like just staying near these things sometimes, because you get weird messages.
Harvest.
Alright. Grab this, because I'm going to need all these supplies if I want to keep making more inhalers for healing and all that. This looks so cool. Alright, what about this breakable? I see 2 breakable paths. Something saw me. I have concerns as to what it was. I don't see anything, which is also nervy. Makes me nervous. Something down here? Okay, just another one of the nests saw me. We're just gonna leave that alone. If I go away from it, it shouldn't care after a little bit. Alright, next up. Boom. And we'll put one over here. And kabloosh! How thick is this wall? I may not be able to get in here. That is not blowing up correctly. Okay, well, that's an interesting problem I have not run into before. So much of, I don't know if that's a glitched area where it should be breaking, but it didn't. But we are out of explosives. I should probably head back. Let's see, back is this way. So we'll do a little sightseeing while we're going. It's right past that. But ultimately I have to be a little more cautious, because I don't have any explosives to defend myself with. Or to blow up major obstacles. Oh, a yellow slug right up there. Right. And I see a purple slug up in that tree. Well, for now, I could just go up this direction. This looks like a good spot to build a ramp anyway, just for ease of having a path. Alright, my defenses will last for a bit against this, so I can just ignore that for the moment while I try to get up here and examine this area. Okay, we're good. Out of that exposure. Is that could be far enough back? Oh. Yes. Boing. We're up. We're up. Hello, little slug. You're coming with me. I need more batteries. And I'm not going to bother climbing up all the way to that purple one right now. Ooh, what is this? Copper? That looks like copper. Alright. Oh, hi there, big hog. I don't want to play with you. Okay. Back into the lands I know. Alright. And I should have a little workbench right over here. So I can turn the slugs into batteries right now and get them equipped where I need them. Slugs, batteries. Okay. then there was this one I need to speed up, because this is the one that's feeding 3. We're going to put it up to max for the sake of just make it happen. Look how much that changes the speed. Good. 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 I got a bunch of coal stored up, of course, because why not? So that one's been running no problem, but these other two that I had connected, I did need to have some more feed to. Yeah, this should be fine. I bet this is going fast enough now. There's an issue. Yeah, it's building. Good. So that fixed my problem. Now I have both of these running at full to power everything I need there. You're not an issue. You're not an issue. You don't need to have any more power right now because you're just going to that one and this one. And both of those are getting enough coal. So it seems to be just the third one I added is what was pushing it over the edge. Good to know. All right. At least I think that was the third one I had added on that. Yeah, that's going fine. No issues there. Mine's super fast when it does mine. I don't need to upgrade that one out. Oh, I wonder. Wait, did I might have been dumb about something. Let me check this. Oh, that's why I wasn't keeping up while that one was without having any batteries. This is an MK1 mine. I need to make it into an MK2, and then we wouldn't even have this problem in the first place. And I made those on me, though. Well, okay. Things to work on. I'll come back for that. So, yeah, if I go turn this into an MK2 mine, I probably don't even need a battery on it. But for now, MK1, keep you up with batteries. It works, it works. These all have batteries to go at max because I needed the water pressure to be going the way I wanted it to. And that's been a lot of my game so far, is just working on improving and building things over time. And then setting some things to work, and then going off to explore and finding more slugs and just everything else out there, and seeing what is even possible. There's so much to this game. Right along the conveyor belt in the direction it's going, I think it actually makes me go faster. Alright, and let's just do a quick checkup on my progress for things I needed and that I was working on. You are working on... You were one of the things I wanted to put batteries in. So you guys will go faster in making the thing I need to upgrade my... Way out of here. Oh, well, I guess I technically don't need the batteries anymore, but I'll leave them there for now, because I could use them in the future for either more of those or for something else. So that is there. The next step, where did I have this thing? That's making that, but I need to get more supplies for it. Which one is the one that was making the other part I need for this whole mess? That was over here and going into this. Boom, 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 boom. And you, I need to get more supplies too, don't I? Yes. And you don't have batteries, which would make this much faster. Okay, so when you do process stuff, it'll go faster now. But I need to go get a bunch of product to get the processing in the first place, because it ran out. Boom, 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 boom. And do. Okay. Plenty of that. It's feeding into over here. That goes over to there. That goes over to that. And it was... Let me just drop some of those on there right now, just so that they're in there, and then the rest can go boom, 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 boom. Because I know I need a bunch more of these. I need so many more of those. Good, good. So that gets that moving once again. With progress and speed, even better than before. I will grab that and take that, along with some more piping. Alright. Or not piping rods, not pipes. We will put these into position over here while we're at it to get more of those going so that I can take that over and work on that. That's going. Then that loaded into there. That's good enough for me. Boom, 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 boom. Take those with me. That leaves that there. Cool. Doing what I want, doing what I want. Got plenty of these still, so that's good. And sort my inventory out. Since we're here, let's go drop these into my elevator. Getting a bit late. Alright. Now I just need 550 more versatile frameworks. And from there, I'll be able to complete Phase 2, which will unlock me being able to get the tech trees for tier 5 and tier 6, I believe. Right. Yeah, because I've already researched everything in tiers 1 through 4. Then tier 5 and tier 6 unlock it with Phase 2's completion, then I have to work towards tier 7 and 8. And finally tier 9, which gets done with Phase 4. And I think that's, once you get that done, it's basically end of the game, other than anything you want to do around. You can always change your look, which is, there's a weird pile of things. Is that supposed to be? I don't know. You can... Coffee? Oops. I find it funny that it just drains into nothing there, because I don't have a cup. Oh, I think I can unlock a thermos or something, so I could actually get a coffee cup, I bet. I can put stuff down the toilet. Okay, like, how does that work? Just put one thing? Can't even put more than one thing? Alright. But why? But why? I love that they gave us multiple beds, even though I'm the only one playing here. But you can play with multiplayer with friends, so this game has that option, which is lots of fun and good stuff. And, oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, how to play, fill bonus, bonus tiles. Yeah, I remember this. Let's just do this. Alright, send. Yeah, that's right. You could... I'm remembering how this works now. At least a little bit. And... there. And there you just kind of fill in whatever you can, and go from there. Of course, Fix-It would have something like this, because it's what they do. It's Fix-It. That's how they do things. And total points, you're just doing this in a time frame. Okay. I wasn't paying much attention to the time frame. Have to see if that actually builds up or not. Didn't get that one in time. Oh well. I think it is just you get this done until you hit the timer. Send. Yeah, and then time runs out and you get a score. I forget what the scoring even looks like. Alright, not bad. Packages sent, highest package count, most filled package. Cool. The funny little things they put in this. I always forget about how they do some of these little odd things. It makes sense that they do something like that though, just for one, to break it up for fun, and also because a lot of the time you're going to be busy just waiting for things to get done, for processing to happen, for these to build something and send it along. I love the little conveyor belt movement sometimes. Man, even at max speed, this only does 12.5 per minute. And that's minutes in real time. That doesn't do... The game doesn't follow a separate time frame. Alright. Go down here. I need to drop some things off. I need to get that and that, because I need to make some more black powder, so I can make more explosives. But I also need to go to here, drop those off. Got 12 Mercer Spheres, 2 Somer Sloops. And yeah, lots of little oddball things I've picked up from wreckages, like, because there's various wreckages you can find throughout the whole everything. Because why not? Alright, alright. Yes, yes. And that's all there. Drop off these critter bits. So, yeah. And then, of course, there's the things you can just build in places like this. And I love that. I don't remember if this was a thing back when I played before. It maybe was, maybe it wasn't. But you can just press space once and it's done. And maybe it was just me, but I think there was a time when you had to be here holding the button. But now it's just, you've got the resources, you can just say it to go, and it goes. And that's a really nice feature, and I'm very, very, very glad they added such a thing. Before I go further with this, I need to make more of these, because I've been burning through my gas mask filters real quick, like. Alright, that's probably enough of those. They don't burn out that fast, but, like, I want to have a large supply on hand, just in case. Alright, now the reason I'm making so much black powder is because I'm going to have uses for it. Alright, I think I've got enough here for one of the things I wanted to test. One of those is, I think it was in the sulfur area. What do I need to make explosive rebar? Oh, never mind, that is not black powder. What is that? That is smokeless powder, which I make with black powder and something I don't recognize. Okay, that must be a future recipe, so I can't make that right now. Never mind that plan. I will get some more of these. I love my explosives. And I should make some more stun rebar, probably. What do I need for that? Oh, that's right, I need normal rebar. Let's see, I just need you can only have them in stacks of 100, so bear that in mind. There we go. But this way, at least I have ammo on me that I don't have to be constantly going, am I shooting my last bolt? I'd rather have a full clip. Do 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 do. All right, 14 more. And there we go. And there we go. And let's make some more of this, because I keep going through explosives. I use them for exploration. I use them for the clearing of certain obstacles. I use them for the clearing of certain enemies sometimes. So, like you saw me using them as a dive bomb attack. So I'm going to make a buttload of these because I know I'm going to use them. Alright. And we're going to run out of piping here. There we go. That is enough to last us for a good long time. Now I can just drop off the excess. Coal and off the way here. Sort my inventory out. What do I not have on my person that I am going to want? I'm going to want more concrete. I'm going to want more iron plates. Yep, concrete. Boom. And iron plates were up here. Got a couple things making iron plates because I wanted to have just some extra iron plates lying around. Because I seem to be burning through them quite a bit at times, just like I have an area here making more of these, just because I seem to burn through them a lot of times. Do I have copper? I have copper. Don't need more quick wire right at the moment, but I could always get more. Oops, I forgot to drop the sulfur off. I dropped off the coal, I did not drop off the sulfur. I don't need that much sulfur on my person. On my person. I do not need it. I do not in any way need that much sulfur on my stuff. There we go. Sort. It's very easy to overlook things just because of the fact that there's a ton of it. We can drop that. We can drop that. Wait, no, I do want that. I do need the fuel on me because I need that to use the chainsaw. The chainsaw uses that sort of stuff. All right. And that concludes most of my general cover-up over on like what I've been doing, the fun I've had exploring, the projects I'm working on. How fast is this filling up? Pretty good. This is coming along nicely. I'm gonna have to wait a while still before I can do this next bit with the elevator, but as long as I get a bit more supply-wise in there to keep that going and make sure it's processing while I go out to explore and find more things, it doesn't matter. And I can just let it do its thing. I need 4 more. I'll probably do some future episode on this, just doing a little, like another, hey, here's where we're at now, and I've unlocked all sorts of stuff. And there's a lot of stuff on Tier 4 I haven't even really used. Like, there's a few things I'm not even producing yet that I should, like motors. I should have something making those, and I don't. There was also something I haven't even tested out yet. I've got the research for hypertubes, which basically are it's a transportation tube. I make an end one place, I make an end another. I should probably make one of these here and one over down near my coal production, just for fast travel to and from, and give it a shot. But I honestly haven't gotten around to doing that. And I haven't even used a power tower platform, which basically are just, longer range power cord production. I don't even have power storage stuff. I could probably make that. It's basically batteries to hook up into the system to have a little backup energy in case things go bad and something gets shut down for a while. I just don't really need it. I haven't bothered. Oh, it's also really funny to see some of the things they do in this game. You can tell that they made an adjustment to something because of feedback from people playing the game in early access. Like, yeah, these little mini miners, these portable miners that I could just drop down on a node and they mine out 100 before they fill up. And I could empty them out and have them keep mining and all that instead of just putting an MK big giant miner that uses power and all. But when I got those, and then I got when I first unlocked conveyor belts, the computer's like, and to be clear, these do not connect. These can connect to miners, but they cannot connect to the portable miners. Since some miners have had some fixed employees have had confusion on this matter, and it's just very much you could tell that it's something that the devs at one point or another dealt with people having problems with this, and we're like, oh, sweet, okay, we'll fix it. I should make some more of these. After all, why not? Why shouldn't I make more? I don't even know where to look for some of the supplies I need. Like, I don't know. I'm hoping with this next construction, I'm curious what it'll make that look like, because that changed appearance. That whole thing changed appearance back when I first built the first bit. But also, I'm curious to see where it will go with that stuff. I'm curious to see where what tiers I have to get to before I get, say, uranium radiation protection. Because I want to harvest uranium. I need it for a lot of I need it to be able to be harvested in order to just get into certain areas that I want to go without getting cooked. So I need some form of shielding. And there's also some of the alien resources I know I haven't found. And just, there's so much in this game that I want to see, and I don't know where to even begin. And a lot of it, I'm pretty sure, is just hidden behind tech walls. So, fingers crossed. Like, I can't even look at Phase 5 and 6 to even get an idea of what they will unlock. I don't know. I'm hoping they will unlock some very useful items, though, that will help me do what I need to do. And I can adjust my production from there accordingly as I see fit to meet the necessities of, well, everything else I need. Is there anything else I want to cover? Can't think of anything else I really want to go over right this split second. I love that effect with the lighting, even with the cloud cover shielding it from me so I can't see its actual form. I still see all those lights from it, kind of like stars in the sky, but they're not. There's just so much I love about this game design. And it's so much fun to go and just explore and see what you can find. A lot of the repeat stuff, but at the same time, they have enough weird stuff out there weird things you can encounter and funny little hidden things. I think I remember where some SAM is in the desert biome. So I may just head for the desert biome and try to relocate that thing from my memory. Because I need that. I need it and I want it, but I also might be remembering it with something else that I've found before, like quartz, which I don't need because I've got plenty of that. Actually, that's one thing I didn't show you guys. Quartz-wise, I have so much quartz. I don't need any more quartz. I only have one miner on it, but I set it up in production mode a while back in a way that it has been very useful. Alright, there it is. So, yeah, I have this. I have the quartz coming in from all the way out there. It comes in. I'm only using an MK1 belt, so they're moving slow. They're not even moving fast. But I've got one here that makes silica. I've got a thing full of silica. I haven't even had a use for this stuff lately. And I don't know if I'm going to have a huge use for it. I think there's some oscillators and other things I can make. that require some of it, but I haven't had call for it. But this stuff I've just been making, and it's all the way out here. I should show you just because it has a nice view. Alright, we go down here, we drop down this way. There's slugs all over this place. I need to keep exploring so many places. I've got another... If I end up needing more quartz in a larger quantity, I have another area I can mine right here that I haven't even utilized yet. And like I said, this is all MK1 stuff. I think this is an MK1 miner too. So I've got so many things I can improve on. But, man, there's waterfalls, there's weird things all over. Cool stuff. The variety of the terrain is a really nice touch. And I love that they made that a thing at all. Have I checked behind this waterfall? Probably have. There's probably a secret. Let me just save real quick. And then do a quick jump. So yeah, I don't know where that water is supposed to be coming from, but somewhere. And yeah, all this stuff here, that goes there. Can I land on this? Maybe I can. Kind of. Maybe not. Alright, I think I definitely blew this up at one point. Because I feel like I went back here. There were some nests, and then there was a yellow or purple slug hidden in this back corner. Yeah. Because there was rubble here. There were a bunch of nests here, and then there was a blocked area that I had to use explosives on, and then there was a slug. Look at this mushroom. Look at this mushroom thing. I can't even chainsaw it. Some of these things are too big for that. But it looks sick. Ah, man. I love this whole game design. And some of you, if you look back at my older videos of this game, I think they're in the live stream area of the channel, because I want to say they were live streams at the time. Back when I was doing live streams. Kind of want to try doing those again someday, but work. I believe you may recognize some of this area, because I think we found some of this area back then. And oh, that's interesting looking. Yes, I think I already scrounged that area for anything valuable, though. I wanted so many cool areas over there I haven't explored yet. I don't know. There's a Mercer Sphere up there. Yeah. Lots and lots of poison stuff over here. But some of you may recognize this area, and some of you may recognize down over this way as we get a bit further along. I think we will see a very familiar deserty biome after a bit. Huh. Apparently I didn't run up this direction quite yet, because I see a slug down in easy reach that normally would, like, you think I will have grabbed orange. So I must not have gone quite this direction the last time I was through here. Mine. Yeah. Doesn't this look familiar? I saw this and I was like, oh, hey, there's a geyser. But I saw this area and I was like, wait, I've done this before. I've been here. I know this place. This used to be my home. Or very close to it. It might, I think it was further, way further that way, but like, we're in the general vicinity, you know what I mean? Ow. Fine, thanks for the boost, I guess. Yeah, and this looks super familiar. If I remember right, coal is up there. Let me check the map. Yeah, if I remember right, there's coal somewhere up one of these areas. What was that? I forget what I was marking with that. Oh, okay, that was my sulfur spot there. So I think there was coal somewhere up above. It was way further this way, though. Or that way. This is still kind of too close to my base, isn't it? Waterfall. Some of that looks really familiar. I really want to see if I can find that desert base that we like, that area I had initially had a desert base before, just because of the coolness of being able to find that area again. Yeah, we had that there, we had that there. If I remember, I had a big sky bridge way over that way somewhere, I want to say. Going to, like, there and maybe up there. Oh, hi there, guys. You don't need to come after me. I'm just passing by. I'm passing through. Just a visitor. Just a visitor. I don't know what's in here. I kind of want to take a look. Especially since I have enough explosives to clear this mess out and actually clear up my vision. Honesty, get out of the way. Oh, another burster sphere. Oh, that's goodness. Oh, no, I didn't. Nice. Even better. Okay. I really should have ended this episode here.
Veins are grown, and bones are dug into our walls. The temple gift is being desecrated. Our notes are sour still. Harmony follows many star journeys.
Patterns are starting to emerge in vocabulary, sentence structure, topics. How fascinating to once again solve a true mystery, to be unable to create any accurate predictions.
Sounds like our robo assistant there was maybe a little bored with their day-to-day job and is happy to have a challenge. Just maybe. A little bit. Kinda. Could be wrong. But I'm getting some vibes of the AI is very interested in those aliens. Yeah, I want to say up that way was the coal. But wait, was that where I built my coal before? No, that is. No, it's not. Yeah, so that's an area I haven't even been to in my current game. Ah, man, this brings back memories. What was in here exactly? Just got a gander. Mushrooms, more spiders, probably. The spiders always love these areas in the caves. I should call them spiders. They're not even spiders. They just look spidery. They're stingers. Oh man, there's so many places to explore. So many things I should look into, and I haven't. Oh, this was a thing. Ah, yes. Yep, I remember this. I remember this silver sloop. Die, bugs. Taking your stuff. Another one of you. There. Are we done? Taking your silver sloop. Oh, no weird text with that one? Okay. I remember this area, though. This is something I remember running through multiple times. This was, like, very close to one of my main areas. Yeah, because we built... I think our base was along that cliffside. And then we went up to there, up that way to get to more coal, which I should probably go to because I could always use more production energy. Hello, blue slug in the middle of the water. I'm gonna take you with me. Memory lane, strolling down memory lane. Yeah, we had a base here because there was iron, and I want to say there was some. You know, I could just scan for it real quick. Limestone. I want to say there was some limestone right down here. Yep, there it is. This was where we had our base before, in my old save before that I no longer have because it's gone. This is where I had my base in a previous run. Of course, now I think about it, this isn't the desert I was thinking of where I think I know where there's SAM. But SAM stuff, yeah, this isn't that desert, is it? There was another desert starting point, and that's the one I've also used in the past. Not in my plays, like the recorded plays, but in just in the past games in general. And that, I think, is where I recall more of that. Alright, we are going to... try not to blow myself up while I do this. Alright. We're just gonna... boom! Alright, we're gonna heal. And we're living daylights out, you guys. That's one of the things I did not stock up on again like I should have. I need to make more of my inhalers for full heals. But at least I'm getting the supplies for that, because I need these, and the berries in order to even do that. So it's all coming together, and I've got enough glass for the moment. Hello, purple slug. You are coming with me. You make 5 batteries. Compared to the 1 and 2s of the other ones, so very worth grabbing. Alright, I don't see anything else major here. Oh, maybe this was where the SAM was. Oh, I can't remember. There's more desert. Oh, I missed. Overshot. Another Mercer Sphere. You got anything funny to say? Not at the moment? Okay.
Look through the window and witness a thread.
Okay. Trying to remember if... I feel like this was one of the areas, yeah, that I explored before, and I feel like there was a cave or something hidden around here somewhere in a weird spot that might have had some supplies I want. But I really cannot remember for sure. It looks so cool, though. I love that this is a thing. I'm trying to remember, is that the other desert over there, or... there's so much deserty terrain. Okay, we are going to head back towards my old base site, and we're going to climb the cliff just like we did in my old game, to head towards the coal production area, just so I can get marked on my map, for once, because I want to eventually turn that into another power zone for coal usage, and also because I need to head back to my base, and that'll give me a good spot for it. Yep, there was the coal was up near the top of those waterfalls, right? Or of a waterfall zone. There's all of that, all of that. Don't recall what was over in some of that area. Ah, man, this map is huge, and I love it. Because that means there are so many cool places to explore, new things to see, and just fun to dig into. I'm gonna just, I can do this. New map marker. Old save base site. Maybe make second base here. For some production items, I could easily, if I need to, I could consider it as a secondary base site later on. There is a yellow slug up there. That'll give me a nice point of reference. Some of this. And we're climbing. I may not have gone far enough back to this. That's okay, we'll make it work. We have ways of making this function. I should have gone to bed. Alright, I really should close this down and go to bed. I really should. I'd have to go to work in the morning and all that, but I want to just look a little bit more. Yep, those were there. That was there. We have to go up this way. I guess I could have... I feel like there was something I did something really weird with this area before, with getting up here that in a way that I didn't really need to. I think I overcomplicated some of it in the past. Building I think I scaled the cliffside rather than just going up this ramp of natural terrain. I don't remember why. But yeah, here we are. And there was more coal up here. In one of these areas. I want to stay this direction. Oh, hello. Hi there. You having fun under there? I just want to find that just because I can. Yeah, and this is where the coal was. And this is why I had a weird walk up to some of the area. More coal. And there was another coal deposit over there, and I don't know if there was any others. I can test. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think there were 4 coal deposits. I don't remember for sure. So at least 3, because I'm seeing the one scan that I'm on. 1, 2, 3, and then one way over that way. But and one way was that way. Yeah. So there's coal here. Also, I love that this shows up on the map so long as it's on my ping. So, and then it disappears afterwards. So we will mark this as second coal site. Change this marker to... what do I want it to be? Let me do that. Apply. Awesome. Also, I love that we can see the space elevator from all the way over here, because we're not close. We are not close to our base right now. Like, that is a ways off. gonna save having come all the way out here. Alright. Let's see whether we can just run back to base from here. How many obstacles are in our way? Well, that's something. Okay. Come on. Die. I want to take you guys out and explore that wreckage. Need some hard drives for research purposes. I believe there's something I actually need to not have a, like, instead of just to research the hard, like break the hard drive down and research it, I actually need something to, I just need some hard drives to then be turned into some other thing. Or I don't remember exactly what it was I needed it for. I know I need something. Okay. 120. Let's see. Each of these makes 30. So if I make 4 of you, yeah, 120 is needed. Easy. 8. That goes there. Then, if I go to you and split. Boom. Boom. I'll begin 99% of this back in a minute. And connect. Alright. Give me that. Hard drive is mine. Now. And I can break down the wreckage. I think that was something I either you couldn't do in the past, or I don't know if I ever remembered that you could or realized you could. But you can break down the wreckage and get a lot of generally useful stuff out of it. Plus, there's this general stuff that's just lying around all over the place anyway, around these crashed drones. You are useful. Alright, is there anything else? Don't see anything else in the grass. Nice. Don't even mark that on my map because I didn't need to come back to it. I was able to get it. My inventory is now very full, so that was worth the trip for that purpose as well. Okay. These are such cool things. I have to see if I can get it down. What do I get out? Celia leaves. Okay. Nothing too fancy. Oh. That's cool. So, I think I just released a seed pod upon the world. Where is it? Nah, it's gone. Cool. That is really nifty. I don't know if that was a thing before. Was that something they added? Was like the trees actually just fall down, not just disappear into oblivion? Yellow slug, middle of a crater. Only a single guardian. Yee-hee! Hi there. Come on. Alright, I need you to get out of that water. Because that's going to be a problem for me to hit you. There we go. Dead. Slug is mine. Alright. Keep running. Let's move. Hello. What are you? Unlock Songs of Conquest boombox tape. That did not go into my inventory. So that's just a song. Okay, I know I could buy songs, but I guess you can also just find them in the wild. Nice. I think that's the first one I found. Yeah, that's the first one I found in this playthrough. I don't remember. Kind of. Yeah. Did I ever find one of those before? I don't know if I did. Alright. Got all sorts of cool stuff. Passing through here. Grab this slug on the since it's right here and unguarded. Alright. Alright. Jump across here. Ah, look at this scenery. Ah, it's so cool. It's so good. They do so much work. This place is so awesome looking. I love that I can grab stuff while just flying past it too. That's, once again, another really nice touch of just being able to fly by, grab stuff, make use of it. Yeah, this is awesome. Hello. You're a little close for comfort. Okay. The reason I blew that thing up is because they spread poison clouds, and I just didn't feel like wearing down my gas mask while looking at that. Okay. Sorry. Little detour. Take a quick gander over here, because this looks nifty. Where's on the map is this? This is really close to my base. How have I not been here before? I guess I haven't explored in this direction much. Really should, I guess. Because cool looking stuff. I wonder what's up there. There's probably something on top of that pillar of rock. Whee! Hello, other slug. Hello, other slug. I think I saw this one before, earlier on in my gameplay, like when I first started playing again, and I didn't have explosives at the time, so I couldn't get it. And I couldn't remember where it was. Apparently it was down this way, and yeah, I guess I really need to explore this direction more. Oops, wrong. Okay. Well, that was really cool looking. We saw some nifty stuff. So part of the reason I wanted to come back here and was to show all that off while we ran through it and see what we could find. But also, I just wanted to see how close we would get to this. We're not close yet. We still have a long way to go on these. So I'm not going to be able to get that done. Alright. Tonight, anyway, I'm not going to get that done tonight, and we're not going to be able to make that work. Steel beams. Yeah, there is a lot here. What did I need this hard drive for? There was a thing I needed on my research. Sulfur? No, not it. I don't even know what some of that is. Quartz. It was probably the quartz. No. I know there was a thing. Not that, not that. No. What did I need a hard drive for? There was a thing I needed. Was it a production thing? Huh. But now I can't remember. I'm sure there was a thing I needed a hard drive for. I saw it somewhere. Was it construction? It might have been it. That might have been it. It might have been a construction of one of the things I could unlock. Like... No. No. I don't know. I'm losing my mind. I'm just going to save this hard drive for now, though. It's not like it gives me anything amazing that I have to have right now, anyhow. Store that, store that. I have to sort out this mess. I have too many things in too many boxes and in weird spots that they don't need to be in. Like all that there, for example. And yeah, this is currently held up by lack of these. Wait. Oh, no. I'm the wrong thing. That thing. There. That'll put those in, and that will get back to work on that. Man, it burns through those so fast. I need to get more of those. So I need to, I think, yeah, my next goal is, well, which I'll probably just do with my kids, is get this space elevator worked on and then see what it looks like when it's done. And work from there. Ooh, almost fell. Whoa. Yep, that goes to that goes to that. And this is what I need to stock up. There we go. I'm going to hold on to those ones because I use them for other things. And cool. Sort. I should figure out what I need to up batteries on, what I want to, or, okay, what are the power shards? Well, I want to up the power shards on because I now have a buttload of power shards I can distribute. Always in needing more, though, it feels like, because I know I could easily put these into so many devices and still have more devices that don't have them. But at least I have something for those devices for now. And I need to clean out my inventory. I need to clean out all sorts of weird little things all over the place. It's been some of it's been just from this running around doing things, stuff happens. But also some of it's been because I haven't taken the time to clean up properly, and I really should. Hope you can enjoy it and not be completely driven crazy by my giant mess of, well, everything. But this game's awesome. If you want something that can have some challenge, it's very grindy, but it's got enough cool stuff, I feel, that kind of balanced it out in a lot of ways. I feel like this game is worth it. And it's just fun. I really do have to call it a night though and get to bed. I've stayed up way... See that again? I've stayed up way later than I should have. I'm doing... Yeah, I really should just get to bed. So, thanks everyone so much for watching. I hope you've been enjoying it. I hope you enjoyed all these videos that we've done and been doing, and I have so many things I want to do. I need to go back to Hollow Knight and finish that, because I want to finish Hollow Knight. I'll have a ever-growing to-do list of other games I want to go through and play myself, and also show you guys. There's some dinosaur games I've picked up recently. There's some puzzle-y games. Part of me is like, maybe I should go back to Blueprints at some point, but that one got dropped continuation-wise because of the general issue of grind for progress between videos was kind of too great, and I wasn't. I don't know. I was at a point where it was getting very difficult to progress in a timely fashion and actually have something new, something cool. And I don't know if I'll ever go back to that one for sure or not, or maybe I'll do it on my own time. If I ever get that one hallway clear of boxes, maybe I'll do an episode and be like, here's what's in there. Things like that. But, good night everyone. Bye. Hello, right? Bouncy thing. Whatever you are.